Buffalo Sabres forward Patrik Berglund is on unconditional waivers for the purpose of termination. Plus, we have some other news from the NHL waiver wire for today, December the 19th. We'll discuss all that coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams, so if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So as we had discussed here in the past few days, Sabres forward Patrik Berglund had been suspended without pay for failing to report to the Sabres organization. I believe he missed a practice and he didn't show up for a road trip as well. So now he's on waivers for the purpose of being terminated. So those are unconditional waivers. So it's kind of a weird scenario unfolding here with Berglund and the Sabres. Now, as most of you probably recall, he was part of the St. Louis Blues organization for quite a long time and was involved in that Ryan O'Reilly trade this past summer, which sent O'Reilly to the Blues in exchange for a number of players, including Patrik Berglund. Now, Berglund did have a form of a modified no-trade clause, and apparently on July the 1st or whatever, he had to update the team list or something to that effect, and he didn't get it in time, and therefore might not have wanted to go to Buffalo. So it sounds to me like he wasn't really thrilled about going to the Sabres in the first place, and had his no-trade list been updated quickly enough, they very well might not have been able to make it happen, or at least not have him included in the trade. So perhaps the Blues might have kind of taken advantage of that. I'm not really sure. Those details are not really public or clear at this time. However, it does appear as though Berglund wasn't crazy about going to the Sabres. However, he did end up reporting to training camp start of the season, but hasn't played overly well. He's appeared in 23 games, has 4 points. Has been a healthy scratch on a number of occasions now, and kind of fallen out of favor a little bit, and things haven't been overly happy with him in the Sabres organization. So then all of a sudden he fails to report, and then ends up suspended. Now he's on unconditional waivers for the purpose of termination. Now, of course, I was led to believe that Berglund and the Sabres were kind of trying to find a trade for him. I'm not sure if he had requested a trade or at one point in time, maybe they started actively trying to do this. However, when you're not playing well, that can prove difficult, obviously. But Patrik Berglund's basically walking away from a fair bit of money here. They basically have mutually agreed to terminate the contract. And once he clears the unconditional waivers, that's exactly what's going to happen. So he's got this year and 3 more years left on his contract. Cap hit per year is $3.85 million, so that's obviously going to be a fair bit of savings for the Sabres. Since this is a mutually agreed upon termination of contract, this is going to clear the Sabres of the salary cap implications from this contract. So he's going to be, between this year and the 3 remaining years, he's owed about $12.5 million. So he's basically walking away from that because he's not happy. I mean, he could have stayed with the team, tried to ride it out, even though he wasn't happy, tried to improve his play, get back in the lineup, do something, and still get paid his money. But I guess he would rather just be terminated and mutually walk away from the situation. Thus, that'll make him an unrestricted free agent. If another team does want to sign him, that's certainly a possibility. But it's hard to say what's going to happen with Berglund. I mean, it's not going to give a very good reputation to his name, so I'm not sure how quickly other teams would be interested. But I mean, he's been a pretty decent bottom 6 forward, so I do think he has something to offer still in the NHL. But we'll see if he gets another opportunity here. But it's kind of a weird scenario that's been unfolding here over the past few days. So we'll see if anybody else picks him up, or maybe Berglund goes to play in Europe. It's really hard to say what happens next, but it just seems really weird to me. He must be incredibly unhappy to walk away from $12.5 million. I mean, I gladly would play for any NHL team and be miserable for that kind of money. That would not be a problem at all. And I realize, he's been making, NHL type money for some time, but still, it's not like he's been one of the top guys making oodles and oodles of money. So it just seems kind of weird to me, but I guess it is what it is. So there's your latest news on Patrik Berglund, along with the Sabres and him being terminated. Now, we do have some other NHL waivers news to discuss here today as well. Jamel Smith with the Boston Bruins was placed on waivers yesterday, and he has cleared. Now, you probably recall Jamel Smith was on waivers and claimed by the Bruins not that long ago. Originally came over from the Dallas Stars. He got into 3 games. Apparently, they haven't been overly pleased with his performance, and he's on waivers here yet again. So, like I said, he cleared, so he'll likely go down to their American Hockey League affiliate. The Penguins also placed Garrett Wilson on waivers as well, and he also cleared. So he'll likely report to their AHL minor league affiliate as well. Here as well, the Chicago Blackhawks have loaned rookie defenseman Henri Jokiharju to Team Finland. So he's going to be absent from the Blackhawks lineup for an extended period of time, going to play for Finland at the World Junior Championships. So that's obviously going to be a big boost for the Finns for sure. They're always a competitive team. They have some really exciting players to watch this year at the World Junior Tournament. And this is certainly going to help us well because, unfortunately, Jets forward Christian Vesalainen, who left the Jets organization to go back over and play in the KHL just not too long ago, has actually declined to play and is not going to the World Junior Championship. So that's a fairly big blow at the forward position. So it's nice to have a strong defender like Jukka Haru join Team Finland on the back end as well. So again, the Finns are probably going to be an exciting team to watch. I did do a World Junior preview video just not too long ago. If you didn't catch that, I'll link it up in the YouTube cards. It's certainly a fun, exciting tournament. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it before. You certainly want to take your time to watch it. It starts on Boxing Day, December the 26th. All kinds of great superstars in the making here. And obviously, a lot of these guys go on to play in the NHL. They don't all become the big stars that they're projected to be, but it's great hockey. It's a lot of fun, and you get to see a lot of guys kind of blooming into becoming potential NHL superstars. And like I said, it's just a lot of fun. I will be having a lot more videos coming out on that tournament as we get a little bit closer here. We're only about a week away now. I'll be doing some team previews and some prediction type videos as we lead into the tournament. And once the tournament gets underway, I will be doing a lot of recaps and follow up to see how the tournament is going as well. So as we did that last year, seemed to get a pretty good response. It's always something fun to cover, especially on the off days, while the NHL has some off days here over the holidays. So that's your news and notes here for today. If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and there's plenty of content here for all hockey fans to enjoy. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up before you go. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will catch you next time.